In this lesson, we are looking into graphical inequalities. The learn objectives is first of all, we're going to learn how to draw the inequalities to represent them on the graph, and then we use it because inequality means there's a region, there's a range of answers. We're going to shade them on a graph, and last but not least, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to be presented with the graphical solutions, and we are going to write the inequalities back from the graph. Okay, right. So to start off, can I ask you, have a go at the starter question, see if you're able to sketch these lines. They're not inequalities, just normal line of equations. Have a go with a question, okay? When you're ready for the answer, you can press play. Here are the answers. Now, x equals 2 is a straight line, vertical line, passing through the x-axis. So the way to remember is, if it's x equals something, means you're passing through the x-axis at that number. So x equals 2, vertical line, passing through the x-axis at 2. Y equals -1 means passing through the y-axis at -1. Y equals x is a diagonal line that passes through 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, -1, -2, -2. And last but not least, for question D, y equals -2x plus 1. The quick way to draw these graphs is, first of all, we know the y-intercept is definitely 1. So in other words, we know it's going to definitely pass through the y-axis at 1. Next, what you can do is you can try to make y equal 0. Now, if you make y equal 0, and you want to solve x, you bring the -1 over, or you can bring -2x over, so 2x equals 1, x equals a half. Then we know sort of the x-intercept, or the roots, is a half. So once we've got 2 points, just join them up and make them longer. That will make your line. Okay, so you don't have to plot. You can make a table of values, for example, x, y, -3, -2, -1, etc. But what you need to make a line is just 2 points. And the easiest 2 point to find is the where it crosses the x-axis and where it crosses the y-axis. Okay. Question 2, to find the equation of the line, we need the gradient and we need the y-intercept. Clearly, the y-intercept is 5. Okay. Next, to find the y-intercept, you make a right angle triangle. It's a difference of y over difference in x. But because this line is going downward sloping from left to right, therefore it's negative gradient. So it'll be negative a half. So the equation will be y equals minus a half x plus 5. Notes. Linear inequality in two variables, x and y, has the form that ax plus by is either less than equal to, greater or greater equal to c. Or it could be presented in a format where y is greater less than. Basically, it's like an equation, but with an inequality sign. Okay, so that's an inequality. You should know by now. To graph a linear inequality, we can follow these steps. Okay, first of all, we're going to treat the inequality as if it was an equation. So make this sign, this symbol, inequality symbol, into just an equal, and graph the corresponding line. You should know how to graph them, basically, like I started the question you've just done. And then we're going to choose a point that is not on the line and substitute its coordinates into the inequality. Now, there's a shortcut to this method I'm going to show you, but go on to watch the video later, you will be presented with the shortcut, okay, which personally I use it always. And then if the inequality is true for a test point, shade that region. If it is not, okay, it's a false, then you shade the opposite region. All right. One more thing to note is if it's a less than or greater than without the equal, it's a dashed or dotted line. If it has an equal sign there, it should be a firm or bold line. Okay. Question A, okay, please use a pencil, okay, for the following example. Show each of the following inequalities on a graph. So question A, okay, we're going to just do question A on this graph. Y less than equal to 3. So first, we're going to treat it like a y equals 3. So y equals 3. Now, do not put the numbers in there because you can easily do it yourself. 1, 2, 3. So let's say 3 is here. So we'll draw a line y equals 3. So this is the line y equals 3. Okay. Right. Next, I need to substitute a point. To find a point that is not on the line, an easy point to do is maybe that point 0, 0. Okay, if I put 0, 0 into y equals 3, y less than equal to 3, y is 0 in this case. So is 0 less than equal to 3? It is true. So if it is true, we're going to shade that region that contains the test point. So we're going to shade that region. So you can use a pencil to shade all that region underneath it. And that's the answer. Okay. Question B, x greater than minus 2. Now, greater means it's going to be a dotted line or dash line, whatever way you want to call it. So first of all, we make it equal. So x equals minus 2. So it's going to be a vertical line passing through minus 2. Now, it's going to be a dotted line. So it's going to be like this. Please use a ruler as well. So this is going to be a line. Again, we put this point, okay, 0, 0 to test it out. So 0, 0 into x greater than minus 2. When x is 0, so x 0 minus 2. Is that true? It is true. 0 is greater than minus 2. Therefore, we're going to shade the part with the 0, 0. So it's that part. Right, so you can use a however long you want to take it to shade your region very nicely. Up to you. Okay. C, minus 4 less than y less than equal to 1. Now, question C, it means y is between minus 4 and 1. So we can say y is between minus 4 and 1. So y, equation of y is a horizontal line passing through minus 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's minus 4. And 1 is here. Okay. So for 1 is a less than equal to, that means that's a firm line. But for minus 4, it will be a dotted line. Okay. I've told you y is between them, so we can just shade the part that is between, like a sandwich. Okay. Right, I don't know what bread is orange. It's pure orange like this, orange bread. There. Right, D. Y is less than equal to 2x plus 4. Now, to do this type of question, what you need, first of all, is to draw the line. So, question D, okay, that's question C. Y is less than equal to x plus 4. Now, I'm going to do a bit of working out in underneath it, okay? So, first of all, you can treat like a y equals 2x plus 4. We know the y-intercept is 4, so 4 is here. Okay. Next, what happened when y equals 0? When y equals 0, 2x plus 4. Solve the equation. Bring the 4 over. Divide by the 2. X equals minus 2. So x equals minus 2. So that means the line is going to be like this. And you can just make the line longer. Okay. And that's going to be the answer. Okay. So that's what the line will look like. Maybe a little bit off, but I can't do it very accurately in here, but it should be okay. Okay, so that's the line. Less than equal to means a firm line. So next we'll choose a test point. So let's choose the test point 0, 0. So y less than equal to x plus 4. Let me rewrite that. If I put 0 and 0 in there, so 0 less than equals 2 times 0 plus 4. 0 less than equals to 4. Is that true? It is correct. 0 is indeed less than equal to 4. Then we can shade the part that contains the point 0, 0. So that's going to be this side. Okay. Right. Next. Okay, next. Question E. Question E. So question E is 4x plus y greater than 2. So 4x plus y greater than 2. So start off, we need to draw the line. So to draw the line, we're going to make it equal. So 4x plus y equals 2. So how do you work it out this time? Now to work out y-intercept, you can make x equals 0. So when x equals 0, 4 times 0 is 0, so y equals 2. So the point y equals 2 is there. That's the point y equals 2. Next, to find the x-intercept or the root, you can make y equals 0. So 4x, so reuse this, but this time y is 0. 4x plus 0 equals 2. So divide by the 4, x equals a half. So if I say that's 1, that will be a half. So then, but this time it's a greater than, that means it's going to be a dotted line. So I'm going to, so this what the line would look like. Next, we need to sub in the point. Okay, so sub in the point, let's say 0, 0 again, because this line does not cross 0, 0. So sub in 0, 0. So x plus y, so 4 times 0 plus 0 is greater than 2. Is that true? 4 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 greater than 2 is incorrect. So in other words, we cannot shade the part that contains the 0, 0. So the region that does not contain 0, 0 is this upper part. Okay. Right. And then last but not least, what's the last one? Y greater equal to x. So question F, y greater equals to x. So first, draw the line of y equals x. We know that. If you've done a starter, you would have known this is the line. That's the line. Oops. Y equals x. Okay, it's a firm line because there's an equal in the inequality. Next, y greater equal to x means now we cannot use the point 0, 0 anymore because 0, 0 is on the line. So we cannot use any point on the line. So think about this. When you say y greater equal to x, it means y is greater or equal to x, right? So in other words, y has to come out on top because y is greater than that. So therefore, we're going to shade the top bit. So y has to be on top, so we shade the top bit. So now this brings us to the shortcut. So the shortcut is, okay, the shortcut is you first have to make x or y the subject. So you can make x or y the subject, okay, whichever is easier. If the inequality goes with y greater equals to dot 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 or greater than, okay, you're going to shade the top part. Okay, so shade the top part. If it's y less than or equal to something, you're going to shade the bottom part. Okay, shade the bottom. Next, what about x? Now, rarely you should make x a subject, but in the case if x is subject, if x greater equals to, like a number line, you will shade the right side. Because in a number line, right greater than means you're moving more positive, so you'll shade the right part. If x is less than equal to, you will shade the left part. Now I'm going to show you how to use this shortcut in the example. Now let's look at that first one. Y less than or equal to 3. Less than or equal to, so we know we're going to shade the bottom part. Let me use a different color for the shortcut actually. For the shortcut, let me use the green. So that's the bottom part. And you can see it's true because y is less than or equal to 3. So after you draw the line, we shade the bottom part. X greater than minus 2. Greater than means shade the right part. Is that true? Yes. You can see we're shading the right side. So question C. Now question C is a special one because it's between them. So or you can say y is greater than minus 4 means we're shading above minus 4 and less than or equal to 1, so below 1. So that's in between. For question D, y is less than or equal to again. Y is less than or equal to, so we shade the bottom. Now look at this one here. This line, you got two sides of it. It looks like left and right, but technically, well, if you try to use a bit of imagination, you also got the top and the bottom. This is always on top of it, and there's always the bottom side of it. So therefore, we shade the bottom. So if you draw an arrow down like this, you know this side is the bottom. Okay, and then E, 4x plus y greater than 2. Now we have to make y the subject. So if we make y the subject in here, so make y the subject, y greater than 2 minus 4x greater than. So greater than, y is greater than means we shade the top part. So we shade the top half. So which side is top? If you draw an arrow upwards directly from the line, you will see this part is the upwards. Okay. And then F, y is greater equals to x. So y is greater equal to, we don't care what's on the right side, as long as y is a subject. Y greater equals to shade top. So the top part is here. Okay. It's like a diaphragm in your lungs, right? So that's your diaphragm. That's your lung. The diaphragm is always being pushed aside, pushed below the lungs. Poor diaphragm. Right. So I hope you understand the shortcut. So again, shortcut is greater equals to with y make y x a subject. If you can make y the subject, make y the subject. I think it'll be easier for you to remember. So if it's greater than, shade top. It's like a number line. Okay. So greater than, remember look at the axis pointing upwards, so if it's pointing upwards, greater than, shade top part. Less than equal to, shade the bottom part. If x is greater than equal to, shade the right part, and if it's x is less than equal to, you shade the left part. So that's a shortcut. Next is your chance to have a go at a practice question. Feel free to use the shortcut to help you navigate which part of the graph you want to shade, which part of the region you want to shade. Okay, so pause the video, have a go at the question. When you're ready for the answer, you can press play. Here are the answers. I'm not going to go through question A, B, and C. It should be fairly straightforward. Question C, when y is greater than means y greater than means we shade it upward. So if you draw an up arrow from the line, you can see it's this part of the region that is covering the arrow. Question E, if I make y the subject in here, so it'll be y greater than 4 minus x, y greater than, again, so you shade upwards. Now this one, you can make y a subject, but probably easier if I make x a subject in here. If I make x a subject, 3x less than equal to 12 plus 4y divided by the 3 if you want to, so x less than equal. So if you want to divide by the 3, you can, but it's not really necessary. So 12 plus 4y over 3. So what happened is x less than equal to, in the shortcut, x less than equal to means we shade left. So left of the graph is this side. So therefore, we're going to shade the left side of the graph. Okay. Here comes another example or practice question. If you would like to go through it as a practice question, you can pause the video now. If you've done it to practice, here's the answer. If you got it right, well done. If you don't understand, or if you want to learn an example, we'll go for it now. Okay? Right, so let me rub it off. Okay, so start off. Okay, now we're given 3 inequalities to work with. Essentially, what I'll do is, as I said in a hint, we are going to do it one by one, and then wherever all 3 inequalities overlap, we're going to shade that part. Okay, so first of all, x less than equal to 4. So x equals 4 is a vertical line that passes through the x-axis at 4. Okay, x less than equal to means we shade the left part, so we'll shade the left part. Okay, we can draw a little arrow to remind us, so we're going to shade everything from the left side of this line. Next one, y greater equal to minus 3. So we're going to do minus 3 first, so in here, minus 3. But because it's a greater than, that means a dotted line. So that's minus 3 in here. Is that minus 1, minus 2, minus 3? Yes. Y greater than means we shade upwards. Okay, so in other words, from these two lines, we're now going to shade this part somewhere in here. Last but not least, y equals to 2x plus minus 1. The y in the step is a minus 1, so the minus 1. Gradient 2 means every x goes by 1, y goes up by 2. So gradient of 2 means x increases by, if x increases by 1, y increases by 2. So from this point, we can do that. So x go right by 1, y goes up by 2. So that means the next point is here. So we've got a point in here, and we can make it a straight line. Okay, right. And yeah, and that's the line. Y less than equal to means we shade downwards, or shade down, bottom. So the only region that satisfies all 3 is the middle region here. So usually when you're given more than one inequality to shade, is usually the part where the 3 lines trapped. You know, it's usually space and trapped by the 3 lines. So it's that usually that region. You can see it has to be left to the first line, upwards then the bottom line, and downward for this diagonal line. So it has to be this little sort of triangle, I guess. All right. Practice question 3. Okay, this time it's your chance to have a go at a question. If you haven't done the previous one, okay, then here's your chance to practice it. If you've done the previous one, just treat it as like extra practice for you to make sure you know how to do them. Okay, so pause the video, have a go at the question. When you're ready for the answer, you can press play. Now here are the answers. Now I finally understand when people say 1 minute on the stage is 10 years behind the scene. Literally, this is what happened to me when I have to highlight the area. Now my hair is all white. It took me so long. So x squared minus 3. So x equals minus 3 is a dotted line, straight vertical across x-axis minus 3. And you initiate the right side of it. y is between 4 and -4. The 4 is dotted. The 4 here is -4 is firm. So we need the area in between. Last but not least, x plus y less than 5. We can do, if we rearrange it, y less than 5 minus x, less than means we shade downwards, so you can see we need that part. So all the area in between is this area and trapped by these three lines. Okay, so you need to shade the region. That's it. So next, hopefully now you understand how to shade the regions based on inequalities. Next, we're going to do it backwards. Some students find it's a bit more difficult than the shading part, which is actually kind of true. So let's have a look. Example in here, here's a region. Write down the four inequalities that define the region R. So we can see R is entrapped by these four lines. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So first of all, we're going to do the vertical lines and the horizontal lines because those are the easier ones. So let's do the vertical ones and the horizontal ones. So I see this vertical one, I'm going to label it 1. This, I'm going to label it 2. Maybe this line 3 and this line 4. Okay, so equation 1. Well, easy. So this is a vertical line, means x equal 1. But because it's a dotted line, and also you see R is on the right side of 1. So on the right side means x has to be greater than 1. That's the first inequality. Number 2 inequality, in here, horizontal line passing through y equals 2. So y equals 2. The region R is above the line 2. So therefore has to be y greater or equals to 2. Equals because it's a firm line. So you have to be careful with all the little details, and that's why students will find it difficult. Now, number 3 in here, this line passes through 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. A very special line. Hopefully you do remember it's called y equals x. Now, this region R is, if you look at the region R, R is above the line 3. So y greater or equals to x. And last but not least, line 4, we need to do a bit of work on this one. So first of all, you need to work out the gradient and you need to work out the y-intercept. So gradient is, so we can use the point 8 and 8 in here. Perfect. So if I use 8 and 8, if I make a big triangle, you can see the difference in y is 8. The difference in x is also 8. So the gradient is 8 over 8, which is 1. The y-intercept is 8, so y equals mx, 1x plus c. Now, region R is below this line. So below, if y-intercept means, or if y is in the subject means y less than the line x plus 8. It's dotted line, so less than. So therefore, the full answer will be x greater than 1, y greater equals to 2, y greater equals to x, and y less than x plus 8. Okay, so I've told you again, 4 steps. First step, look for the horizontal line and vertical line, and then write down the equation, and then judging by the region R in terms of position of R compared to the line, then you change the sign accordingly. And be careful with the firm line and the dotted line. Okay. Here's practice question 4. Okay, write down the 4 inequalities that define the region R. So you see 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4. So pause the video, have a go at the question. When you're ready for the answer, you can press play. Well, here are the answers. Okay, so I've labeled them 1, 2, 3, and 4. So have a look one by one. See if you got them wrong, check the equation first. Hopefully there isn't too much issue with them. With question 4, I picked these 2 points, so this point and this point, to form a right angle triangle. The difference here is from 4 to 1 is 3. The difference horizontally is 4. So the gradient is 3/4. And the y-intercept is just 1. Alright. So in terms of region R, R is above this dotted line. So above means y has to be greater than 3/4 x plus 1. This is sort of the hardest bit about inequalities on graph. Okay, so I hope you understand a bit more about inequalities on graph.